Hey guys, and welcome back to the Watchtower Watch Views. It's certainly been a minute or two since I did one of these. Nothing bad happened in my life, just I have a family now, I have a kid, new job started last year, so just been busy trying to, learn that up and make sure that I got into it as good as possible. And also the fact that, well, I now have my Omega. And essentially, ever since I had the Omega, I kind of haven't really felt the need to buy any other watches, which kind of leaves me at a bit of a loss of what to review. So, of course, now that I'm perfectly happy with the Omega and my Longines and my Christopher Ward as my 3-watch collection, I decided the perfect thing to do was to buy another watch. Yeah. Just in case you thought I was an idiot, I'm going to open my mouth and confirm for you that I am in fact an idiot. So, the reason I bought this was it was a Kickstarter watch. And the other main reason I bought it is because ever since the NH34 watches started coming out, the Seiko GMT ones, I kind of was curious to get my hands on one and see what they were like. And I haven't done any crazy AliExpress spending, at least not on watches, in a while. And then this came up on Kickstarter. So it is a Katino watch. They also go by, I think it's Chronosti or something. Probably like a 2 out of 10 for names. Katino's okay, not the worst. It's kind of a plasticky warranty card, not signed or dated or numbered. You can see 2 years limited warranty. I paid, I think it's about €130 including charges for this one, if I remember correctly. It seems to come with the Katino box. It's like a steel dive sort of hard case, and it comes with 2 little screwdriver tools. So I'm guessing that the bracelet inside is going to be a screwdriver. Or it's going to be a screwdriver? It's going to have screws. Don't know why I said screwdriver there. So as I said, I got this one on Kickstarter. I think it was about the 140 mark, and I paid for a extra titanium bracelet with it. Now, how I open this is the next question. You can tell I haven't done one of these in a while. Someone is screaming at me in the comments going, "You're an idiot." Ah, it's a latch box. Okay, so let's take a look and see what it is that I've actually picked up. I'm just going to straighten my camera a little bit there. There we go. Let's take a look and see what I have. Ooh. Okay. So it comes on a silicone as a default. I'm just going to see if I can get the camera to focus and play a ball with me. And I went for the all blue variant with a blue silicone strap. It's titanium case. So some of you may have noticed that if I just peel the sticker off, that it's got some nice doming on it. It is a GMT, as I said. It seems to be actually running, which is quite nice. Heavy, should be a heavy domed crystal. It is just kind of hard to pick up. Why is my camera deciding not to play ball? I got a new phone, of course, and now everything is just a little bit different when I'm recording with it. I'm going to take that off. It is a quick release strap, so I'm just going to take that off so you can have a look at the back of this. It is a titanium case. It is a titanium bracelet, which I'll show you in a second. We'll get the sticker off the back of this as well. Nice and easy. If I had nails, of course, I have the terrible habit of biting them. Don't do that, kids, if anyone's kids are watching. And it's very hard to pick up on camera because there seems to be a lot of glare, but it's also just very, very, very small writing. They have the cities on the back. So you have Moscow, Karachi, Bangkok, etc. Automatic movement, titanium, 30 atmospheres of water resistance or 300 meters, sapphire crystal, and Katino. Now, I will say this is definitely Unimatic-esque. What I will also say is I actually like this a lot more than I thought I was going to, because I bought it and then I thought, oh, it's going to be really like blue. I thought it was going to be the same color as the strap, but it's not. It's actually a really nice navy blue with a blue anti-reflective coating, and I quite like it. I'll show you the bracelet. It's a straight end link bracelet, which is a bit, and to be honest, the bracelet feels very light. I don't know how much I'm going to wear it on the bracelet, but I said I'd get the bracelet just in case I decide to, I don't know, sell it on afterwards or anything. Ooh. I don't know, but they have not provided me with spring bars, which is annoying because these are quick release and the bracelet is not. which is not great. They also, have they included, just looking, have they included a sticker on the clasp? No, they haven't, and it seems to have some little marks on the clasp. God almighty, it's so hard to get a reflection. You can see them just about here. 1 second, let me see if I can zoom this in a bit better and get it back to the zoom being 1, and maybe that'll allow me to focus a bit better. No, okay, you're just going to have to deal with this. Unfortunately, the video quality is not as high quality as I would have hoped, but I don't know why that is, so you're just going to have to live with it, unfortunately. Let me just have a look and see. So they gave me screwdrivers, so you can see here, if I peel off the plastic, they have screw pins, and it's double screws. So one thing, Katino, is never do that again, please. Double screws are the bane of everybody's life. Just go with single screws, will you? Because what it means is you have to have 2 screwdrivers. So now I see why they've given me 2 screwdrivers. And then you kind of have to almost have a third hand to hold the bracelet in place while you undo it with the screws. So yeah, I don't think that's anyone's preferred method. The brushing looks pretty okay on the bracelet. Oh no, hang on, there is a bit of plastic. My apologies, Katino, that is my bad. There's a tiny little bit of plastic covering the clasp, which I'm just trying to get off. So that is actually just a bubble underneath. So that's completely my fault. Let's chalk that up to inexperience and being a bit out of practice. You've got a 4 level of micro adjust, push pin, or push clasp fold over, 4 levels of micro adjust, no on the fly adjustments, although to be fair, for whatever it was, I think I paid 130, 140 euro or something like that. I'll leave a link to the watch in the chat, or in the comments. Again, you can tell I'm doing this off the top of my head. Bracelet fully unwrapped. Unfortunately, there are no spring bars with it. So just to give you guys a look as to how it'll sit. Would essentially sit in like that, so not too bad. If I just fold it over, you get a kind of an idea of what that will look like, as I don't have spring bars just right next to me, unfortunately. I think it's not a bad looking watch. I actually think it'll look better on silicone, or potentially even something similar to what I have my Omega on, which is a AliExpress special, sort of a sailcloth type strap, but they do one in blue, and I might even pick up one of these fold over clasps that I'm in love with for this strap. But yeah, I think first overall thoughts, it is a titanium watch, so it's pretty light. You got an automatic movement inside the Seiko NH34, which, look, it's a Seiko, it's an NH variant of a Seiko. It's going to be pretty much bomb proof. The printing around the dial looks pretty good. The loom engrave looks good. It's a sandwich style dial, which is quite nice. The hands look decent. The date, I could do with the date being colour match, but it also seems to match quite well with the sandwich of the dial, so maybe I'll give him a pass on that one. Winding motion feels nice. If I pull the crown out, I should be able to set the date, so I can set the date and I can set the GMT hand by moving the crown in the other direction. And then pull it out again, and it stops completely. It does seem to come out quite far, and it is actually a signed crown. Why will my phone not focus and pick this up? The logo is like a little, it's like a shield with a K in it for Katino or Chronosti, whatever they're going by now. If I push it back in, how easy is it to screw back in? Ooh, the answer is very, actually. Very nice motion of screwing it back in. Yeah, first thoughts. I'm actually pretty happy with this. I don't know how much I'm going to wear it on this titanium bracelet. I'll get it sized up and thrown on, and we'll see how we go. Alright, and I now have the watch sized up on my wrist. I will make one very important recommendation with this. Don't buy the bracelet. Honestly, don't. It feels fine. It's actually an okay bracelet to wear, but it took me, I reckon, 25 minutes to get this watch resized to my wrist. The links are screws, double screws, which is annoying, but that wasn't the problem I had. Whatever little spring bar they've got inside here for the micro adjust is slightly too big, I'd say, and it took me 15 minutes to get it out. Bear in mind, I can do those normally in, a tough one might be a minute. about 15 minutes. I broke a hairpin trying to get it out. I broke a spring bar tool trying to get it out. I had to eventually force it to get out. They had it sized up to the largest micro adjust. I moved it to the smallest, my 7-inch wrist, and I left one extra link in, so there's 4 links removed. But yeah, that bracelet is just an absolute nightmare to resize. Thankfully, I don't think I've scratched the watch up, and I'm also able to get a better shot of the watch here. You can see it with the signed crown. You can see that dial in more clarity. You can see there's a nice bit of reflection there on the dial when you curve it up. Just a little bit of flexion up the top and a little bit on the sides as you pull it into a different angle. Good anti-reflective coating. The dial is incredibly legible. No idea of the lume on this one yet, but I'll be honest, outside of that bracelet, and now that I'm starting to calm down a small bit, it is quite nice. Other thing is, if you want to take the bracelet off, which I probably will do, you've got drill lugs. Really easy to get those off. In fairness, that is very, very useful. And now that you can see the case back, you can see sapphire, Katino or chronicity, whichever they're going to go by. Automatic movement, titanium, 30 atmosphere. There's a shark in the middle, which looks suspiciously like the street sharks. I don't know if anyone remembers that from the 90s, but that might be me showing my age. And then all the cities around the inside and what time zone they are correlating to. So I have this one set up. I actually think it's quite nice. I'd say it'll probably live on the silicone though, because I think the silicone is actually a better fit for this one. Or who knows, maybe I'll lash it on a NATO and just not really care about it. I actually think it's a good watch. The head of the watch is really good. Probably don't buy the bracelet. I don't like the straight end links. On wrist, it feels okay. The bracelet doesn't pull any hairs. I don't have the hairiest arms to start with, but you can see there, it's a bit hard to re-engage the clasp. It's not the most secure in the world. But yeah, that clasp just drove me demented trying to get the micro adjust working on it. It was an absolute nightmare. As I say, bracelet looks fine, feels okay, feels decent enough, but yeah, I reckon just get the head of the watch in a silicone and you can be pretty happy. They've got these in a range of different colours. They've got the NH34 inside, which is the big selling point for me. And actually, I'm just going to show you, I reckon this might be one of the nicer budget-friendly watches with a wind. That might be one of the nicer watches to actually wind. So it's a pretty smooth movement. And I was thinking, oh god, how easy is it going to be to re-engage the crown. Push in once, turn. Spot on. Every time spot on as well. I've done it 3 or 4 times at different angles, and it is literally easier to re-engage that than it is on my, nearly $6,000 Omega. Honestly, that thing is actually really well put together. The case is nicely finished. It's got that sandblasted titanium. Very, very classy. It's a tough sports watch. 300 meters of water resistance, automatic, as we said. And I reckon for 140, 150 or something like that, I don't think you're going to get a sapphire, anti-reflective, automatic, Japanese titanium watch anywhere around the place. This one definitely is made in China, but I'm calling it Japanese because of the NH34 in the back. You've got a Japanese movement at least. And anyway, pretty much everything is made in China anyway. Even the stuff that isn't is probably manufactured with parts made in China. So yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Was supposed to be quick, but it's a little bit longer unboxing and sort of review. Initial thoughts on this one, I reckon for price, geez, 9 out of 10. Build quality, take out the bracelet, I reckon you're talking 8 so far. Haven't tested water resistance, but if the lume is decent and the water resistance is good, can't really argue. Bracelet is 4 out of 10. I hate double screws. They drive me insane. They're so easy to lose. Like, I'm just going to see if I can even show you on the camera. It's so small, you may not even be able to pick it up. That is one of the screws. Try finding that on a grey carpet. That is an almighty pain in the backside. But yeah, other than that, I think the watch is pretty decent. I'll drop a link down below. Feel free to pick it up. Feel free not to. I'm not doing this for profit and never really was. But at this stage, I just do it for a bit of a laugh and because I thought this was something interesting and people might want to see it. So yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying your time without me. Hopefully you guys are having, what, a good YouTube life. I don't know what to say really. I've been having a great time. Just not on watches and not on YouTube. hopefully you've enjoyed this, and if you have, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Who knows what I'll be releasing again, but hey, I might throw something out for Christmas, and it is only getting into the start of December, so what's a month between friends? Alright guys, enjoy yourselves and have a good one. I've been DK from the Watchtower, and I'll see you guys again at some stage.